We ain't got no phones out right now. Don't nobody see what we talking about for real. If this never leaves this SD card, nobody knows this shit. This is real life right now.
So I'm checking on my friends. I hope they alright and they get enough sleep and nothing keep them at night. So I'm checking on my friends. I hope they alright and they get enough sleep and nothing keep them at night. I'm checking on my friends. I've been checking on my friends.
I haven't met too many people who are like old, like 70 or 80 years old, that are like angry.
Oh, right.
And like grinchy. Like they'll be old and grumpy sometimes, but it's you're old. I get grumpy too, and I'm 28. Like,
ride, pull up the beat, go bang. I know they see my chain. Pull up the beat, go bang. I know they see my chain. Pull up the beat, go bang. I know they see my chain. Pull up the beat, go bang. I know they see my chain. Pull up the beat, go bang. I know they see my chain.
Together. We're gonna do kind of a workout that's like
pull up the beat, go bang. Pull up the beat, go bang. Pull up the beat, go bang. I know they see my chain. That thing hang. So look up Kurt Cobain. Baby girl, work that thing.
You would have thought. Only had to do one lap. Doing two. Look at this.
Do you and don't give a damn. When you shining, they throw shade. Don't stress, get some lemonade.
Damn.
Glide in my gator, that's Everglades.
He ain't come to play.
nah, we working. Another one?
That's true.
And on this latest episode of Bruce and Brennan Bullshit Car Talk, we will be going over topics such as unfuckwittable work ethic, food deserts, success, and the latest suspenseful comedy show that is called The American Government. So, let this be on the record now that we do not claim to know anything about anything. The only thing we're sure about is our ignorance. So if you are offended, curious, or disagree with any points that we have, don't worry, so do we. Thank you for watching. Enjoy.
Fuck Jimmy Kimmel in the undercover taxi. Fuck all that.
That's cool, right? This is cool. I do enough things that make me uncomfortable every day.
See that? I was thinking that while I was running mid-rep. I was thinking, why do I do this, right? And I'm bringing someone through that does this too. And I'm like, I try my best to face my fears every day.
Yeah.
And what's a basic principle human fear is absolute exhaustion and physical pain. If I can face that every day, well, it's a little social anxiety.
Yeah.
What's hopping on a mic in front of people? What's introducing myself to a potential business opportunity? What, like, it's nothing.
Yeah.
I already went through the most arduous, just physical human pain.
We ain't got no phones out right now. Don't nobody see what we talking about for real. If this never leaves this SD card, nobody knows this shit. This is real life right now. This real life shit that I gotta get better at. I'm an avid reader, so that don't got shit to do with no social media. I gotta read more. I need the knowledge more. There's people on this earth that don't have any social media. Just because we think everybody is there, doesn't mean everybody is there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to do anything comfortable today.
Well, it's always uncomfortable, but you can become familiar, and that's the goal. Is it doesn't get easier, you just get more familiar with hard. So it's the same physical pain, but it just doesn't faze you.
It never was easy to like fight another man.
Yeah, no matter how much you
ever, dog. Like, I'm talking like, yeah, like getting punched in your face always hurts.
Yep.
Like, whether, you know what I'm saying, whether it's a scale. Like, if he doesn't have any pop, he might not have just snapped your head back as far as the fucking the guy who punches like a mule, right? Yeah. But it's still, you feel it. Yeah. Like, it never gets easier, bro. You get used to that shit. You get used to it.
We are the same human being species that would for real run hundreds of miles to chase a deer, to eat, or whatever, gazelle, or whatever the fuck we're hunting, and deadass be out sleeping. Maybe you think they got good sleep? No, not at all. They were sleep deprived every day of their life.
Because why? The things that eat them hunt at night. The things that used to eat us hunted at night when we would sleep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We didn't have the walls of bricks.
Yeah, we didn't have the walls to keep the wolves out.
And for real, that's genetically, I'm going 99.9% the same as we are. And that's why we have fight or flight. That's why we see signs of it, but we domesticated ourselves, right? And you need to for some bit of society, but if you want to do unreal things, you got to tap into that level of like, I'm not gonna die. I can handle this. I'm not gonna die. If thousands of years ago, I mean, people were fucking enslaved their whole lives and lived a life
from start to finish.
In
think about it, like we might make a big situation like, Dad, I gotta talk to this. I gotta talk to my friend about this. I gotta break up with my girlfriend. I gotta, you know what I'm saying, have this tough conversation. You think motherfuckers gave a fuck about a tough conversation with a bear? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. Like, all right, well, I gotta tell this guy he's not respecting my boundaries. No, you have to run from this animal. You have to fight for your life. Like, and yeah, it's barbaric to even make those comparisons, but so what? You gotta be a barbarian sometimes for the stuff you want. Cause then who gonna do it? It's such a truth. Like, no one's gonna save you. Like,
that's the danger of more. The more options we have, the more we get in that play of thinking like, it's not a one-track road to where you want to go. It's only one way. You don't know the way, and in theory there could be multiple ways, but you actually getting to the goal will be one path in a timeline. And if you don't trust that there's going to be parts you don't like and there's just sticking through, like it's over. Because the same thing I was saying, we're in an age of information overload. I know I could be an accountant, I could be a musician, I could be anything if I get the marketing right, learn the skills. I could Google how to get any college degree. I could figure it on YouTube University.
edX.org.
But when you had to run from a bear, there was no choice.
There wasn't.
So you got up and ran from the bear. But I haven't gone on YouTube and gotten a college level degree education because I don't have to.
And is it a lack of time? No. Is it a lack of? It's just like information. We're in the age of attention. What do you place your attention towards?
I get pissed when I realize I've spent more than 60 seconds scrolling on TikTok. Like the instant ones, that's how you know it's getting worse. I don't shit on social media just cause. It's not the technology's fault. Internet started as Web 0.0, long forum type information. Then it turned into sharing blogs. Blogs turned into photos and then long video format content. And now we're at the point where if your video is not 15 seconds or less, it won't blow up. So now we're at 10-second, ooh. And it's like, do what you want with your life, but just know like these advancements are not protecting the masses, it's making use of them. And I don't want to be the masses because
no. Perspective shift is everything. And one thing I'm working on doing is not fighting everything. Like, I'm not fighting against the bread, bro. Like, I'm not saying, dang, I can't do this. Why don't I know how to do stop losses? Why haven't I audited all the crypto coins that I want to audit and figure out which ones I want to invest in? It's like, nah, bro. Just understand that I'm consistently doing this stuff, right? But in the consistency, don't allow myself to ever get comfortable. So I'm continuously going towards the things that make me uncomfortable. But I gotta do some uncomfortable stuff. I gotta go home and like not get on Instagram and just make all the content I want. I think about it like this, man. You gotta stop giving things so much power over you. Like, I remember there was a time where like you just post something on YouTube, wouldn't give a damn about who saw it. I remember there was a time where I didn't even have an Instagram. Like, I'm talking about before the layout changed. The metrics we choose to measure people by don't really matter. I'll never forget this, man. I was working for a senator. We went to this Orthodox. I don't know. They definitely into that Jewish life. And it was like a big warehouse in the Bronx. And the dude who owned the warehouse, he was like telling us about how the concerts he just had there and stuff. And the senator I worked for was just like, yo, do you have a business card? And he was like, the guy looked him in his face, he was like, yo, I don't need a business card. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, like, he just got done telling us like his warehouse he owned had mad concerts in it. He's hosting a big, like, I don't know what it's called, but it's like when all of the Jewish men and Jewish boys come and like congregate and eat food and stuff like that. And he was hosting that event there, and he literally looked in his face like, I don't really need a business card. Instagram, we talk about Instagram now because that's just what everyone is. But what if your people are on Etsy? What if where I need to be is on Pinterest?
Tumblr.
What if that's where I need to be? Like, generational wealth is amazing, but I don't want to look at wealth from the standpoint of like just currency. Like, wealth is like, you can build wealth by the connections you have and the people who you've shown your value to and who respected it. That's wealth.
Yeah.
Wealth is a network too.
Yeah.
If I knew the guy who owned this building, and you know what I'm saying, I could say, hey, could I have an event here? Be like, all right, man, I can't give it to you on one of our busy nights, but you could have this event here for freaking.
Isn't it the precinct? No, I'm playing.
Oh, isn't that the precinct? Is it? It looks like one.
Guarded up.
It does, right?
Bruce said, if I owned the private prisons,
If I owned the private prisons,
I wouldn't have to buy Victoria's Secret because they make it. I could get my direct Nikes.
Talk about it. If I owned the private prisons, I would turn them to rehabilitation centers. Think about this right here. For-profit prisons are owned by like the people.
Same owners of the labels, same owners of these cables.
Yeah, literally. The for-profit prisons, they're owned by the same people who invest in McDonald's that put McDonald's in the food deserts. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
Deserts.
The food deserts, right? The food deserts where it is food here, but none of it is nutritious. And I heard something. Stay away from food that has commercials. Like, stay away from French fries, bro. Look at the commercial right there. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't never seen.
So why would you have to be convinced?
Why do I have to be convinced to eat something that's supposed to fuel my body?
Why would I not intuitively know?
I ain't never seen a commercial for beets.
Just an Apple commercial. Just an Apple.
Yeah. And Apple commercials are for products. You know what I'm saying?
Chocolate milk. You remember the milk wave?
Yeah.
Got milk?
Got milk. You shouldn't eat stuff that has commercials, because if it's attached to profit, it's not really for you. I never used to. When's the last time you said, hey, drink water? Brita doesn't even really have commercials like that. Steph Curry
They don't have to.
Steph Curry was like gonna promote for Brita and stuff like that, but after a while, you don't have to tell anyone the importance of drinking water.
Right. It's a waste of marketing.
Yeah. Poland Spring doesn't have to do anything.
Yeah.
All Poland Spring has to do is look at videos and say, yo, you didn't ask our permission to put that in your video, so now you gotta pay us. You feel me? Like they scound for that. Like,
yeah, the private prison thing is crazy. The deeper you go into it and you really start to see the third party organizations that write laws that share seats with the private prison.
Talk about it. So they tell the common man to vote. They tell corporations to lobby. Right? So think about this in America. Think about this right now. Like, all right, they'll tell us, why didn't you vote? Why didn't you vote? Why didn't you vote? But those companies, right? If I'm a business, if Adapt is a business, Adapt LLC is a business, Start First is a business, O Ventures is a business. My business is an entity that can vote. I can give money to a campaign. I can lobby for certain laws. You feel me? McDonald's can lobby and say like, hey, don't pass that law. Let's vote, but they tell the big corporations to lobby. And then how does it work? They always talk about campaign finance and stuff like that. Because campaign finance is a big deal. Where are you getting your dollars? Like, I don't give a damn, because most of the time you're gonna vote for the people who you see the most, right? So
what's crazy is that we have to tell the government where every dollar we get comes from.
They don't have to tell us where it goes.
They don't have to tell us where the candidates are being funded from. They don't have to tell us where the foundation really gets money from, what they're actually doing.
They don't have to talk about private donors. That's why if you do everything, America's a business, so if you do everything through a business, you have certain confidentialities.
You're protected.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that is a fact.
Don't pierce the corporate veil. Don't let them pierce the corporate veil. You know what I'm saying? Like, the same guy who owns cigarettes could probably be the same guy who owns core water. You dig what I'm saying? Like, we talk about diversifying portfolios. Like, we're not the only ones doing this.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's
same owners of the McDonald's corporations probably got their hands in some
Dasani
insulin.
Insulin, right? Why not double dip? Why not cause the disease and also pay for the thing that's gonna prolong the disease?
The best way to keep someone dormant is to give them that middle manager power, to where they feel like they're doing something and it's their job to keep everyone in check to do the same. So the voting thing, I know people that, and I think it's great to have the right to vote. It'd be terrible not to, but I think the fact that we can vote is enough to keep us thinking democracy operates that way. And it's not financial. It's financial first. Always. Have money, you'll change the world a lot more than any amount of votes or putting anyone in office. That's just a fact. But if you don't vote, it's not understandable. No one's like, when they say go vote, and you're like, no, actually my personal choice, I prefer not to vote. It's your civic duty. All right, but can you tell me anything about the person you're voting for, aside from a political affiliation, aside from a one-topic policy decision? Like actually tell me, and how does that end up changing anything? You're so passionate about this administration, but you don't recognize Congress can stop the administration from doing anything. Yeah.
So I also thought about it like this. So like we go vote, right? But then even in the popular vote, they talk about the electoral college, and the electoral college is made up of people who will just make the decision, but so to avoid the whims of the society, right?
Yeah.
But then we tied that into that. Who is the people in the electoral college, and who are these individuals, and who are the influences? So now we go back to who pays their bills. You dig what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I voted for this person, but the person who decides for my electoral college vote likes this person because they sat and ate dinner on a fucking yacht in Aruba together. You know what I'm saying?
You can't change the world unless you change yourself.
Well, that's a fact.
You can't change the world unless you change your wealth. That's a fact.
So I'm checking on my friends. I hope they alright, and they get enough sleep and nothing keep them at night. So I'm checking on my friends. I hope they alright, and they get enough sleep and nothing keep them at night.